America proves, certainly, if any nation ever has, that man cannot live by bread alone. On the other hand, men can scarcely begin to react to this principle until they, and still more their children, have enough bread to eat. Hunger has no principles. It simply makes men, at worst, wretched, and at best, dangerous. Also, it must be remembered, it cannot be overstated, that those centuries of oppression are also the history of a system of thought, so that both the ex-man who considers himself master and the ex-man who is treated like a mule suffer from a particular species of schizophrenia, in which each contains the other, in which each longs to be the other. What connects a slave to his master, observes David Cott in his novel The Decline of the West, is more tragic than that which separates them. It is true that political freedom is a matter of power and has nothing to do with morality. And if one had ever hoped to find a way around this principle, the performance of power at bay, which is the situation of the Western nations, and the very definition of the American crisis, has dashed this hope to pieces. Moreover, as habits of thought reinforce and sustain the habits of power, it is not even remotely possible for the excluded to become included, for this inclusion means precisely the end of the status quo, or would result, as so many of the wise and honored would put it, in a mongrelization of the races. But for power truly to feel itself menaced, it must somehow sense itself in the presence of another power, or more accurately, an energy, which it has not known how to define and therefore does not really know how to control. For a very long time, for example, America prospered, or seemed to prosper. This prosperity cost millions of people their lives. Now, not even the people who are the most spectacular recipients of the benefits of this prosperity are able to endure these benefits. They can neither understand them nor do without them, nor can they go beyond them. Above all, they cannot or dare not assess or imagine the price paid by their victims or subjects for this way of life, and so they cannot afford to know why the victims are revolting. They are forced then to the conclusion that the victims, the barbarians, are revolting against all established civilized values, which is both true and not true. And in order to preserve these values, however stifling and joyless these values have caused their lives to be, the bulk of the peoples desperately seek out representatives who are prepared to make up in cruelty what both they and the people lack in conviction. This is a formula for a nation's or a kingdom's decline. For no kingdom can maintain itself by force alone. Force does not work the way its advocates seem to think it does. It does not, for example, reveal to the victim the strength of his adversary. On the contrary, it reveals the weakness, even the panic of his adversary, and this revelation invests the victim with patience. Furthermore, it is ultimately fatal to create too many victims. The victor can do nothing with these victims, for they do not belong to him, but to the victims. They belong to the people he is fighting. The people know this, and as inexorably as the roll call, the honor roll of victims expands, or so does their will become inexorable. They resolve that these dead, their brethren, shall not have died in vain. When this point is reached, however long the battle may go on, the victor can never be the victor. On the contrary, all his energies, his entire life, are bound up in a terror he cannot articulate, a mystery he cannot read, a battle he cannot win. He has simply become the prisoner of the people he thought to cow, chain, or murder into submission. Power, then, which can have no morality in itself, is yet dependent on human energy, on the wills and desires of human beings. When power translates itself into tyranny, it means that the principles on which that power depended and which were its justification are bankrupt. When this happens, and it is happening now, power can only be defended by thugs and mediocrities and seas of blood. The representatives of the status quo are sickened and divided and dread looking into the eyes of their young, while the excluded begin to realize, having endured everything, that they can endure everything. They do not know the precise shape of the future, but they know that the future belongs to them. They realize this paradoxically by the failure of the moral energy of their oppressors and begin almost instinctively to forge a new morality, to create the principles on which a new world will be built.
James Baldwin, No Name in the Street.
1972.
72, and here we are, final day of Black History Month in 2026, and it sounds like James Baldwin wrote that today. As I'm listening to you read it, I'm also thinking about, I just watched Godfather of Harlem a couple months ago, like finished the series, and James Baldwin was one of the friends of Bumpy's wife or whatever, or at least in this fictionalized version of it. And, he was beefing with Truman Capote or whatever. But as she's trying to become a part of this art elite society, she invites him to do a reading. I'm not sure which one of his texts that he's reading from. And he's reading to all of these white elites at this black and white party. And they missed the message. And as I'm listening to this, I'm like, wow, this is the same message 50 plus years later. We're dealing with the same stuff. And it's literally power has no morality. And that's the real problem. Like, in pursuit of power, you lose your moral compass, if you even had one at all. Yeah, it's heavy, it's sad, it's troubling, but I still want to live life and not be fearful. So yeah, today's episode, y'all, is what we eating, because what are we eating? That's the question that we ask every day, but I feel like it's loaded. It's a loaded question. After a long day's work, we tired and we try to figure out what is for dinner. That's what it feels like right now in this country. Well, what we about to eat?
Yeah, it's still we gotta continue with the day-to-day decision making that we gotta make to live our day-to-day lives. But then also, what are we eating? That what's in the food? What's in the water?
What is happening?
What's happening?
What is happening? Before we dive into the combo, let's get into our lip and libation. Inspired by you. Got a liner today. Fenty Beauty.
Oh, you got those today?
No. I'm wearing.
No.
I've had it for a while. Traced out. It took me a while too to break it in, because if you're not using it frequently, it'll get dry So the traced out, which is your standard 90s brown lip liner, with my MAC. It's a powder kiss lip and cheek mousse. So I have a little bit on my cheeks too. And it is called More the Merrier.
We never did figure out what that MEHR.
Yeah, I don't know what MEHR is all about, but yeah. But it's a 10-hour wear. I like the texture of it though. It does transfer, but I like the satinness or the powder. I like it.
I have on a Lip Bar 90s brown lip liner. I'm still not real sure if it has a name, what the name is. And then I have on the Fenty Beauty.
Is it not Straight Living?
No, that's the name of the liner.
Okay.
Cocoa jar. Cookie jar.
Cocoa jar.
No, cookie jar. Cookie jar. Cookie jar. I was I
like the creams.
Me too. It's
that's a pretty
little hot chocolate hot cocoa. That's why I said cocoa bar. But yeah, cookie jar. Chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
That would look like nothing on me, but it shows up on you.
I did a heavy liner though.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, a little gloss. I don't like a gloss as much. You got to reapply a gloss a lot
Mhm.
if
More.
you want to like keep the color.
The powder kiss definitely requires reapplication too.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I thought they said 10-hour wear.
Not if you eat. Like, I felt like I needed to go
Yeah,
put
I
some
did
more
see you
on
put
because
some
it
more on.
comes off on your food and stuff. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, you would have to reapply for sure after eating. Yeah.
Yeah, what is the other one? The liquid matte or whatever. Or what is it called? Yeah.
Retro
Retro
matte.
matte. The
Retro matte.
retro matte ones.
Yeah.
Those you can eat and they still good to go.
Do they get on your food? Do they come off?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Same with the lip bar, those matte ones. I don't know what they're called off the top of my head, but they're matte. Like
Mm-hmm.
those are stains for real. Those don't come off on your
Yeah,
food
no, I
either.
like those. I have the It Girl pink or
Hmm.
something like that.
Yeah, I have Rebel and I have the one that Summer just got me.
Rich Auntie.
Yeah. And I think I have one other one. I can't think of what it's called though.
I have a
The
Rich Auntie
purplish
somewhere
color.
that's lost.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And our libation tonight is a little something simple. We already had a espresso martini, your signature espresso martini with gin.
Yeah.
So now we're just topping it off with a little
Hmm.
prosecco, rose, prosecco.
Prosecco rosé. Yeah. I just felt like another espresso martini at this hour would be a little detrimental to the rest that we were just talking about.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, as I watch my reruns and stuff, I'm thinking about that episode where Joan and Maya go to the club because Lynn's trying to get the record deal and she convinces them that they're like old and
Hmm.
shouldn't be in the club. And they're
Hmm.
like laying on the couch, ordering wings,
Yeah.
taking naps.
Yeah.
And William's like staining his shirt from the 80s. Hilarious. But yeah,
That's what
because
you were watching today, girlfriends?
I was watching Girlfriends today. I saw the episode of Tony having the baby. But it wasn't like, so Cleo on the weekends likes to run like a marathon, but it wasn't the
What's
marathon.
Cleo?
Cleo TV is the
Oh.
network. Shout out to Kathy Hughes,
Mm.
Radio One mother and TV One.
Hmm.
But Cleo is like the BET her
Do
of
you have
TV
TV?
One.
Like you have cable?
Yeah, we have
Like
DirecTV
oh,
streaming.
direct TV.
We have
Okay.
DirecTV streaming. And we have most of the channels, network channels, like the local news channels,
So do
most of
you
the
watch
network.
like local news and like
I watch Fox 5 every morning.
uh
Well, let me not say every morning, because some mornings I listen to The Breakfast Club instead of watching TV.
mhm,
But if I feel like I need to see what's up with traffic
mhm,
because I'm up
mhm,
late or something like that and like moving late, because you
mhm,
know how I like to snooze,
mhm.
I got to see what's happening with the traffic. So I'll turn it on.
Okay.
And I do appreciate that the morning news is not like evening and late night news. Like it's not negative.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they
Okay.
don't really report on the murders and the
Mm,
whatevers and the
mhm,
whatevers. It's really fresh.
mm.
So I do appreciate that about journalism, that they are strategic about how they do your day. They don't
Yeah.
let you go into the day doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But
Well,
when you
did
get
you
home
watch
after work, you
you
do.
didn't watch the morning show, did you?
So I did watch it while I had a free trial, but I only got to see
Okay.
like a first couple of episodes of the first season. I need somebody's Apple TV sign in, I think. Because can you even do that though?
Well, it's just the Apple ID. Like you would
But
have to
that's what I'm
have
saying. I
somebody's
think, and that's not,
Apple ID.
yeah, that's not
Yeah.
safe.
No, you can't have nobody's Apple ID.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should create a you could share with somebody though. You know what
Well,
I'm
there's
saying?
like family plans and things like
Uh-huh.
that where I think you can do something of the sort. Um, what else did you do today?
Nothing. I did my hair.
Mhm.
No, I was curly just yesterday.
Oh
Today is
yeah.
my little fresh blowout and curl.
You washed your hair?
I did. I washed my hair. I used some rice water that I made.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. Y-
Okay.
You know, it's and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but I just saved the water from the rice before I cooked it. Like I rinsed it or whatever a couple times, and I took the rice water from the first rinse and put it
Okay.
into a jar, and I saved it for 2 days, and I left it open. I probably shouldn't have saved it. I meant to use it like the first day.
I never did the rice water. Do you remember when I was trying to make little hair products though?
No.
Yeah, I think it was probably it was when I first combed out my locks.
Okay. No, I don't think I knew
Yeah,
you were making hair products.
I tried to get into that a little bit. It didn't stick. I had like a African black soap shampoo. I did like the marshmallow root,
Mm.
something, leave-in conditioner, and the flax gel. Have you ever made the flaxseed gel?
I have not. I've seen like videos of how to make it.
Mhm.
I just ended up buying some from this girl out of Philly
Mhm.
that had the gosh, I can't even remember the name of the brand, but it was like a natural hairline and she
Mhm.
used flaxseed in her edge control, but also she had like a flaxseed gel.
Yeah.
Tia uses flaxseed in her For You by Tia as
Okay.
well. Flaxseed is too sticky for my
Yeah,
hair
it's
texture.
like that.
It's very slimy.
It is super slimy.
Yeah.
I think that's the texture I need though on mine.
Yeah. And I find like I can't use anything that's too textured and too heavy.
Mhm.
I can't use something with a lot of oil
Mhm. Same.
unless I'm doing it every single day. Like I would have to do it every day. So like my blowout, I am using like a biotin shampoo and conditioner because I'm trying to like grow my hair back
Mhm.
as I'm aging. Because I'm back on my prenatal vitamins too. When I went to the store with Amani, I bet she was like, "Why this lady buying prenatal vitamins? Because she better not be, better not be.
They
No,
better not bring another baby in this house.
no. I am just trying to get my skin and hair back to pregnancy status because that's some nice
It is
hair.
a nice glow. It is a very nice glow. I still
Yeah.
had locks, and that postpartum shed with like it was
It's
so
so
crazy,
traumatizing.
so
Mm,
traumatizing. I went to a wedding, and I used to do like the high bun with my when I had my locks. It was so
mhm.
elegant. It was like the perfect dress up hairstyle, and I had pulled all my hair up to go to this wedding, and like this whole section was gone.
Yeah.
Very traumatizing.
And so before I got pregnant with Parker, and I don't recall shedding like that when I had Parker, but before I got pregnant with Parker, I had done my first ever big
Mhm.
chop
Mhm.
and it was growing back. And I had done a sew in before I was pregnant. And I don't feel like this side of my hair has recovered from that sew in 2011. Like, but maybe also it's because I sleep on this side, right? It's
Mhm.
a lot going on this side, but I
Yeah.
definitely don't feel like it has recovered these edges. But and now like you see my roots be
Yeah.
popping out
Well,
gray.
we not really all talk about the
So
roots,
yeah, it's
but yeah.
just I'm like, ugh. But
No,
yeah.
and same. Like you can even tell. I actually saw a picture of myself the other day, and you can tell like all the way. But I also like if I'm anxious,
Hmm.
I'll like kind of pull
No,
at my
you a young
edges.
king out here
Yeah.
playing in
No,
your hair like
I do have some
oh my
little young
God.
ticks.
The boys piss me off
I
with
do.
that.
I will do this. I'll catch myself like even just like watching TV or something. Like
Before
I'll catch
Parker locked
myself
his hair.
and I'll look down and I'm like, oh shit, like I am pulling my hair out. Like, girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely a little thin
Yeah, I
around
was
these
never a
edges.
hair player, but it was nails for me.
Mhm.
Like I was a nail
Yeah, I was
biter,
a nail biter too.
but
My
I ain't
hair
never
fell
mess with
out
my
though
hair.
one time when I was little. I can't remember how old I was, but me and my sister were preparing to fly to visit my godmother in Chicago, like by ourselves.
Mhm. You
And
was
I was
stressing.
yep, super anxious. I can't remember. It's like a type of alopecia though. Like
Mhm.
I had bald spots, like where my hair had fallen out. So, but I've been thinking about blowing my
Trying to
hair
blow
out.
it out
Yeah, and
before
doing
your
a little.
haircut. You
Yeah, before I
should. A
get my
little
hair
short
cut.
curl.
Yeah, because it's a couple. Is
I
that a
got a
couple
little
inches?
flat iron that's like this big if you want to.
Well, can you do it for me though?
We yeah. I used
Cause
to.
I can't do hair. I
So
can do kid hair, like I can braid and stuff like that,
so
but
then
I
that's the
can't
trade-off
do
because
hair.
I need a Feeney's hair braided because she do not be wanting
Mhm.
to let me do it without candy. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's I used to that was my little side hustle. Like I
Yeah,
would
do my
roll
hair for
hair
me.
and set hair, ride hair because I definitely wanted to. And I was telling, so Aaron told me the other day that maybe I should go back and go on and get this fashion merchandising degree that I want. Cause that's what I wanted. Like I really wanted to be on sets,
Mhm.
styling, putting things together, spending somebody else's money on beautiful things. Like
Yeah, that
that's what
sounds
I really
nice.
want to do. But I definitely wanted to be a cosmetologist. But and I think it came from growing up, going to the beauty salon with
Mhm.
my mama. So like that's the routine and that's what you
Mhm.
know. Cause I was really in she used to sell some nail polish. It like there was nobody that did nails in the salon, but she sold like different
Mhm.
colors of nail polish that was really nice for black women. But that was my I was really into hair, nails, makeup, all the things. So I wanted to be a cosmetologist. And then, like, you do school, and then it's like, you gotta go to college.
Mhm.
But if I really followed my happiness, I'd be
And that's what we're
around
actually
clothes.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think you should do that.
Yeah. I'd be around clothes and fashion. And funny, I was reading the story today about the lady who did Jackie Kennedy's dress.
Mhm. She was black?
She was black.
Mhm.
And she lost well, the initial dress and the bridesmaids' dresses got
Oh, her
ruined.
wedding dress. Oh, you know what? I think I have heard this before.
Yeah, and she had to do it over in
Mhm.
10 days.
Mhm.
But then she ended up like filing bankruptcy later or whatever because it was just about how the labor of black women and their legacy gets pretty much erased and not even known because, we do things and we produce beautiful things.
Mhm.
Nobody even knows that you're behind the beautiful
Mhm.
thing
Mhm.
until after the fact.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, which brings us to the conversation today, the power with no morals. It's kind of where we are. We
Yeah.
started the convo with kill and rage and we went down the rabbit hole but the no name in the street was definitely the move for where we are right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah. Um, I was definitely like, what the hell? Like when I saw the headline this morning. Like, bruh, what?
So literally, I still haven't seen like a headline, right? But because I'm in group chats, like some
Mhm.
of the group chats we talking about something else and like the Black Male Educator Convening.
Mhm.
But then Aaron was like, y'all, they done killed the
Mhm.
supreme leader. We finna be at war. And I'm like, what like what the
Well,
hell?
we've been at war.
Cause I'm
Like that's the thing.
well, and that is the thing. We've been constantly at war. I'm more concerned with the 50 Ti beef and
Mhm.
war.
Mhm.
Like that's what I'm on because one of the sons
Because Ella
released.
better ride for me as hard as those kids are riding for
You hear
Tiny.
me? You hear
She
me?
better ride for me that hard forever.
And some of them not even like Tiny's birth kids
Exactly.
because
That's what you do for your mama.
because I went down the whole rabbit hole of exploring Damani's music, but then there's the other son, Buddy Red. I was like, oh dang, I'm finna start listening because
I don't know that. Son.
so that's one of the older sons,
Okay.
one of T.I.'s sons. Look just like
Not Tiny son.
not Tiny Son.
Okay.
No, it's one of T.I.'s older boys, but Buddy Red is like a alter ego-ish, but it's like 50s, 60s guitar music.
Mhm.
And like his disc is straight instrumental.
Mm.
And it's like, and everybody's in the comments like, oh, this casket carrying music, this the end of the,
I got to
like he
listen to
done,
that.
yes. They were like, oh, he done called it the end. Like you can't even
Mhm.
come back from that. And I was like, wow.
Mm.
But then, Damani mentioned the one where his, kind of alluding to whether or not 50 burned his mama.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I was
No,
like,
that one
oh,
was
wait,
good though. That one
it
it was
was.
so good.
But
Because
the
when
one
he
that,
started off talking about like, are you proud of the way that he's carrying your name? Like I was like, say that. Cause shut the fuck up, 50.
leave people alone.
Leave people alone.
Yeah, nah. But one of our friends was like, nah, they should leave. Like the kids need to stay out the grown folks'
Who
business.
said
You
that?
don't talk about people's dead mamas. I was like, I feel like 50 probably been talking about people's dead mamas.
Talking about Damani's.
Talking about the kids need to stay out of it. Don't be invoking his dead mama into the beef. She off limits. I'm like, I don't know if anything's off limits with 50, but I guess maybe. But I'm just like, when you 50, you kind of have trolled a lot of people a lot of different ways.
I'm trying to think of who in the group chat said that.
One of your elders.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah. But no, that's the beef I'm concerned with. But then here we are over here. Everybody dying but the right people.
mhm.
They killing everybody but the right people. And it's so crazy because I was also talking about how one of my college professors, so like it feels so intense right now.
Mhm.
And I think because I'm 40 and because
Mhm.
I'm a mother, like when I was in my 20s, when 9/11 happened and we went to war, then I don't know that I was as close to it,
You weren't
except
in your 20s when 9/11 happened?
18, 19.
You were 17.
You're right, I was. But I was in college.
Mm.
So in my mind, I was in my 20s. I was an adult, young
You were
adult,
a teenager.
young adult. But like, and I
Concept of
did
time,
have,
we already decided, was
it's,
very,
it
it's
is
very warped.
because I've been 50 my whole life anyway. I did have one friend who was enlisted,
Mhm.
and I was definitely concerned. And I think he did get deployed at one time, but was home. But I don't know. It just didn't feel the same way that it feels like as I'm older with
Yeah.
children and thinking about my kids' future. And I was, just asking you, like, I wonder what our parents felt like 30 years ago in the
Yeah.
90s when it felt like the end of the world, or when it felt like, dang, we at war, we can't get ahead. Dang,
Mhm.
And I'm like, and it was still expensive for the time,
For the time, yeah.
but cheaper than it is now. And it's like, we were just talking about the power bills, and I'm like, if they shut the grid off, like, how we gonna make it? And I gotta go start stocking my little bunker kit.
Yeah. And so I was super, it felt so good. Even when I was just standing like right at the front door today, lacing up my sneakers to get ready to go for a walk, I was like, oh my God. Like I was so anxious to get out there. Like it had been so long since I had taken a walk. Um, and it was on the one hand, so liberating, like to be
Mhm.
outside. It's finally warm, the sun is shining on this walk around the neighborhood, and so grateful. But then at the same time, I'm having all of these like intrusive thoughts about bombs getting dropped on my head as I'm walking, and that they have like orchestrated this nice weather at the same time that he's dropping bombs across the world so that we can be outside to get bombs dropped on us, like here, like craziness. But yeah, like
No, and like it just feels different because like I have multiple family members that are abroad in
mhm,
close proximity
mhm,
to what is happening, and like actively hearing the drone attacks
yeah,
and having to figure out safety moves.
yeah,
And it's like, oh my God, like we're here in this bubble. And then I got, on the one hand, my one nephew telling me, you in the safest place to be. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Get it. Like, I'm where they want to get at the man.
I'm where the man is.
But then I was also in the group chat talking about what happened to back in the day when they used to poison the ruler. Like, remember back in the day when they used to poison the emperor and they had somebody to like eat the food first?
Yes,
Like, where them people at?
yes,
But also, ma'am, who lay down with you every night. Like, what's up with you?
yeah,
Why you still just allowing, we know you to sleep there. Like, what's happening? We know they sent you here. Like, what's up? But yeah, I just can't, because power has no morals,
mhm,
no reasoning, and it's about maintaining my position of power. So I can't do the moral thing
mhm.
for the most of the people, because then I lose my position of power. And it's like when I read The Pedagogy of the Oppressed years ago,
Mhm.
and I don't know why I choose to read all these complicated things that's just gonna anger and frustrate me. It was just like, dang, makes so much sense. So we're just gonna be in this constant cycle of attempting to liberate, and people die at the expense of attempting to liberate, and then somebody else takes power and control, and you go through the same cycle. So it's like, what do you do?
Right. Because sure, maybe these people needed to have been liberated from this ruler. I don't know. Like, I'm not studied enough on the history. I don't know. But I just don't really feel like Donald Trump is I don't think he's y'all's knight in shining armor.
Because somebody got to liberate us from the chaos.
Somebody got to liberate us. But it ain't like it master's tools again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure. Because, like, you are a clown for all intents and purposes. Like, I was listening to NPR on the way over here, right? And they were playing a clip of him speaking about giving the power back to the people. Like, he's dead now. Figure it out, it's yours. We pulling out. Like, what? Is that how it works? Like, I'm gonna just go and destroy. But it literally is about destroy, loot, and y'all got it. Y'all will figure it out. And I can't remember which. Is it Three Kings or something? It was a movie where Ice Cube was in it. It was a war movie. It was a war movie about either the Gulf War or the war in Afghanistan. Three Kings. I can't remember the name of it. But literally, the soldiers were stealing like cash money, gold, like just stuff. And I'm like, that's crazy. If that's what's really happening.
It is, and definitely what's really happening. That is,
it's like fictionalized.
That's the history.
But it's like, ain't nobody made that up. Ain't nobody making this up. Like, this is what's happening. Because art imitates life until life imitates art, and back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's like one and the same. Like, how many more dystopia movies we got to watch? How many more dystopian Netflix series, Hulu series, just move? Like,
well, you got to watch Paradise for sure. Paradise is wild and very good.
It's just so much.
I know, but watch it for Sterling K. Brown.
Because I'd rather just watch Bridgerton.
Watch Bridgerton too, because balance. Definitely watch Bridgerton too. I did, so that's part of how I spent my Saturday outside of the walk. I do have one more episode to watch of the second part of whatever season this is, and it's refreshing. It's a nice escapism.
But even that
too, yeah.
Like, even the stuff that I watch to escape, like, I'm still seeing remnants of all the things happening. Because, like, even in my watching Girlfriends, I got to remember that fucking Aaron got sent across to Afghanistan.
Who was Aaron?
Joan's fiance.
Yes.
Remember, she finally got a man.
Yes.
And now he in Afghanistan. And he doesn't come back because the writer strikes happened because the country basically crashed and collapsed around the housing market, whatever. Katrina happened. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. So I'm just like, that was 20 years ago. It feels the same that we in the same position now. But I was listening to Muhammad, I don't want to say his name wrong, but his name was Chris something. He's a basketball player from Mississippi, but he converted to Islam and then kind of got blackballed in the NBA. But he was talking about it's like a social conditioning, because when he was growing up watching Sanford and Son or Good Times, like, every time they're almost about to have some success and get out, like, every single episode, something drags them back into the same condition. And he was like, it's social conditioning because that was not happening on the Brady Bunch. That wasn't happening on Leave It to Beaver. That wasn't happening on Three's Company. Like, the narrative of the message and the social conditioning for what Black people see versus what the other side sees.
Yeah.
Like, and it's always been the story. So that's why we're in this cycle of we can't have it all because he was saying he wasn't able to enjoy his success because he was constantly waiting for
The other
something
shoe
to
to drop.
happen.
Yeah.
What did Baldwin say? To be black and in America is to be in a constant state of rage. But it's definitely like a constant state of confusion. Like can't get too happy, can't celebrate too much. And when I saw that clip today, I was like, dang, he's not wrong because everything, or at least in that time frame, like in the 70s, because that's like during Vietnam or whatever, that was happening. But I do feel like our 90s TV was a lot more positive and a lot more uplifting.
Mhm.
And I really miss Blackish as a show because I felt like it spoke to the right now in a way that Cosby didn't.
I love Blackish.
Like Cosby didn't really address like what was happening in the 90s. It was just highlighting, it was doing like the highlighting of positive Black stories
Mhm.
for sure, but it wasn't also talking about things that were happening in
Yeah.
the same way that Different World did.
Yeah.
And I think Debbie Allen talked about like being intentional about making sure that they talked about apartheid in South Africa on A Different World because
Talk
that's
about
what was
HIV.
happening on a college campus. They talked about HIV. They talked about date rape because you
Oh,
remember
yes.
Gina's boyfriend, like
Yep.
they covered all the things on A Different World in a way that I feel like hadn't been done before. I'm glad they're getting ready to reboot A Different World on Netflix just to see how well they do with telling right now stories. And while I love,
what is it? What's the reboot like?
so the reboot is Dwayne and Whitley's kids
Okay.
are on campus, and I do think Dwayne and Whitley are present
Okay.
in the series. And it looked like Ron is
I feel like I
too.
saw what's Kim Reese?
I didn't see Kim Reese, but I did see Cree Summer
Okay.
because I feel like Cree and Ron got together in the end of that show
I don't remember.
because Kim Reese left
Mm-hmm.
and went to med school
Mm-hmm.
because she was dating the doctor dude. Like her and Ron dated for a minute, but they didn't stay
Right.
together because when Cree was in law school, or when Freddie was in law school, she started dating Ron. But yeah, I don't
like
know.
Freddie on Abbott too.
Yeah, no, it's very much her.
Mm.
I think her character is kind of her in a way, like in real life too.
Mm.
My cousin is friends with her a little bit.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah,
real. And I
I
was
could
like,
definitely
oh,
see
that
that
makes
thing.
sense.
That seems right.
But yeah, so it's literally figuring out ways to like find joy while also like imparting or sharing the information. I was literally reading a quote that I posted the other day about wisdom can't be taught
Mm-hmm.
because if you're trying to teach wisdom to somebody, like you just sound like a fool
Mm.
because they got to experience.
Experience, yeah. Wisdom comes from experience.
Like you can teach knowledge, but you can't like give somebody wisdom.
Yeah, because people have to come to their own understanding of the knowledge that's being taught in order to get to the wisdom that the experience can offer.
Yeah. I don't know, but like I said a couple episodes ago, like it's just been frustrating for me because I feel like I've been in this space for 40 years of my life. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I have lived perpetually in the civil rights movement my whole life. And it's like never ending. And it's like laws get passed, but ain't nothing changed. So like, what do you do? And I'm interested to see. I think there's a new season of Godfather of Harlem coming out soon.
I didn't watch that. I'm gonna have to go back.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to come out in March of this year.
That's
Like I don't
tomorrow.
think that I don't think that was the end of the
Mhm.
series because it ends that season with him, looking at his imagination of Malcolm there saying, "Hey, I tried." And it looked
Mhm.
like he's going back to the streets. So I'm interested to see like how they're gonna close out the story of Bumpy Johnson. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's a delicate dance. Like do good in your community with what you accomplish, but sometimes how you get your wealth because of your position doesn't look good. Like it's not in a good way. Like you've done terrible things
in order to get there.
in order to get there. And then it's like you give back and you try to clean it up, and like what you're trying to clean up, what you haven't, like
Is mess that you created in the first place.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the interesting part was that his wife was like so connected to like James Baldwin and civil rights and Adam Clayton Powell. Like it's interesting because you got one foot in, one foot out, or like two sides of the coin, or what is it, yin and yang, whatever.
Mhm.
But the duality, double bind, that's the language.
That is some language. Yeah.
Like it's hard.
It is. You said something about imagination just now, though, and I think that's a part of it. We have to be actively imagining something different, creating something different in our own families and our own communities and our own selves first, for sure.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, definitely encouraging the kids to chase their dreams and visions in a way that I don't feel like I was taught to or felt comfortable with going towards the vision that I had from, or even figuring out what the vision was outside of like go to school.
Yeah. And so it's like a returning to your childhood visions and dreams and goals and understandings of who you are and what success and happiness and joy looks like and feels like. I feel like I've been able to tap back into that in the art room, in the
Mm-hmm.
library. So that's been cool.
Yeah, you gotta
And
be
being
creative.
creative. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's funny, we was thinking the same word. Like
Mm-hmm.
creating is
Mm-hmm.
where the answers are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Putting yourself out there, putting your art out there, putting your voice out there.
Mm.
Because you have to counter the immoral power structure and the energy of that. Like we have to counter that with something that is peaceful, something that is of love, something that is beautiful. Like we have to be actively outputting more of that.
Yeah. No, and that's like that was my goal with when I thought about doing the podcast in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like 6 years ago now. 5 years ago now. So 5 years
Yeah, but
ago.
you had also been talking about it before.
Before that, yeah. But I think part of it was about creating, about shaping the story and doing the thing that I know that will, I guess, keep the story. Like somebody has to be the keepers of the information.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to be the historians. Somebody has to like log it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we put this audio out there, like whether they listen today, we get 100 streams, or 10 years from now, it's
Yeah.
like thousands of like, who
Yeah.
cares? But we got to put the information, the conversation out there from the lens because all the stories matter. What?
I'm laughing because as you were just saying that, it just made me think about that Iyanla clip that we just looked at. Like you really, even if you are speaking into a dirt hole in the ground, like you gotta get it out there. That's
Because now that is etched in history from now until.
if y'all haven't seen that Iyanla Fix My Life clip, please go look at that because that's it's wild And, much respect to the good sis. She got some unconventional methods. But seriously, like, you gotta, even if you're screaming into the void, even if you are shouting into the dirt hole in the ground,
Well, because that's all she was saying. You got to release
you
it.
gotta release it.
You got to release it so that you can move forward.
Mm.
So yeah, this
She
is
was
a
on to
little,
something.
yeah, because this is a little bit more polished of a way to like get the
Mm-hmm.
stories out there and share the stories from our perspective. Because that's the other thing, like not enough of our voices. Like for as much as I do not like the man pod space,
Mm-hmm.
it's exactly what we're saying. Like we as a people collectively have been oppressed and our stories have been hidden
Mm-hmm.
and shadow banned and
Mm-hmm.
whatever for so long. Like you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to tell the story. Do whatever is create the thing that you feel like you need to create.
Yeah. Yeah. Follow the voice in your head, in your heart. Tap back in to your child self, because
Yeah.
that's the real you before expectations and oppression and the bombs over Baghdad and Iran and every other place.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like the journey in my mind that I had. And shout out to Brandy Norwood, another Mississippian, for Moesha
And Aquarian.
and Aquarian. Yes, she is an Aquarian. Is it February 12th, the day
I
before
think she's
yours?
February 11th. I think.
11th. Okay. But
Wait, that's D'Angelo. Is she got the same birthday as D'Angelo? Is she
it's
the
either
ninth?
11 or 12. No, she's 11 or 12.
Okay.
It's a
I
double
think it's
digit.
the 11th.
But that vision that they created with Moesha sparked the journalist
Mm-hmm.
in me.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow college distracted me from that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I wanted a
Do you go back
little
and read do
magazine.
you have like all your journals
I
like from
don't.
over time?
I don't.
Yeah. Definitely keep them like from now moving forward.
Yeah,
For
no, I
sure.
have like ones in recent years, but I don't have
Do you go back
any.
and read them?
Sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Like the
Mhm.
current one that I'm working in, like I have gone back and read.
Mm.
But like there's one from like 2014 that I don't really go back and read.
Yeah.
Well, really it's from 2011 because I had it when I was in Philly. But and I've picked up journaling at different times
Mhm.
throughout life.
Sometimes I go back and I read and I'm like, damn, like you said that and now you're living in
Yeah.
that dream that you wrote down then. And then other times I'll be like, damn, bitch, you still talking about the same shit. Like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
Because
Why
if
are
you'd
you
have just
still
stuck with the journaling, like it would be done already.
like you are still singing this same song
Yeah.
30 years later? The fuck?
Yeah.
Because I have journals going back to like middle school.
I can see my middle school journal in my head,
Mm-hmm.
but I have no idea where it is. It was black, it was small, and it was black and floral.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a little lock on it. And I know y'all be joning on my love of the floral and all things floral, but that was my first. I think that was my first journal actually, and I can literally still see it.
My first one was pink and it had ballet slippers on it and it had a lock to it. I don't know that I still have that one. I'd have to look in that box that I have.
Yeah, no,
upstairs,
as my
but
mom is
I
going
know I have
through
my middle school one.
as my mom's going through my grandmother's house, she'll probably find some of this stuff
Mhm.
because it was definitely probably there. But yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely it. Doing some of those things before the bombs ain't no longer over Baghdad and they over DC. Um, which brings me to the things that I want to be doing when it happens. Reading them journals,
Yeah.
watching my reruns,
Yeah.
eating gummy candy, and loving on my children.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, Parker now has 2 B's, 2 C's, and 2 A's. Like you got a little bit of everything
And hate
on that
speeching
progress
on
report.
the
You want to know what he said? Let me see, because I think he did just text me. Let me see what he said on the. Girl, he said, I don't know, I ain't even do anything. Now he requesting to buy some Clash Royale from the App Store. Boy, yeah. Who knows? Who knows what was
Yeah.
said?
It probably wasn't anything for real.
So we are on this journey of creating, collecting our stories. We're at a place of figuring out, is it going to be episode 10? Since today is 9, I think we should do 10 and then take a pause to
For the cause.
pause for the cause. Promote, promote listening to the current episodes, promote merch, promote like what's already out there,
Mm-hmm.
and reimagine, invite some people.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think we have to be in a constant state of imagining and reimagining, um, and reimagining and questioning.
Mm-hmm.
I think that too.
Yeah, no, because this has been grind culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this has been grinding. And like I said, when I started the first time, it was an idea. Get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's out there, but then what do we do with what's out there? Like, we can start scheduling clips to drop
Yeah.
on the socials or whatever.
Yeah.
So I want to take a break to dedicate some time to really promoting what we've already curated. Because I think that the stories that we've curated so far make a lot of sense and are having a really good reach. I'm meeting with somebody for lunch on Monday who's been listening.
Oh, you're not going to work
to
on
the
Monday?
Yes, I'm going. I said for lunch on Monday. I got to go to the bank and handle some
You
business.
stay in the bank. Do y'all go to the bank?
Yes, people go to the bank.
When's the last time y'all went to the bank? Comment and let us know. Do you go to the bank? Because my good sis here goes to the bank at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, and
It's not
just one bank, multiple banks.
I go to 2 banks 2 times a month, ma'am. I do
I
not
feel like
go
you always in the bank.
No. And this trip to the bank is a special trip. I have to go in person. It's not can't do it online.
But all these other times that you in the bank, you do not have to go in
No,
person.
because these
I haven't
credit
been
unions be
inside a bank
playing.
in years.
The transfers, y'all know how I feel about auto. Nobody needs to automatically take shit out of my bank account. I need to do it myself.
Which you can do online.
No, because Navy Federal act like electronic transfers got to take 2 and 3 days. And I need it to happen right now. So I got to move it in cash and look like a stripper or whatever.
Okay, Avon Barksdale.
But I got to
move the money in cash.
I have to move it in cash so that it can be now. So that the things that are on auto come out on time. That's all.
I thought you said no, nothing is on auto. Can't nothing be
There
on
are
auto.
some things, there's 2. Insurance, because you get a discount for your car insurance being on auto, and the car payment.
Your car payment is on auto?
Yeah, for one of the vehicles, not mine.
My car payment too high to be on auto.
Yeah, it's extreme. It's high, higher than my light bill. But yeah, no, it can't be on. Yeah, one of them is $9.90.
Why is it so high?
And it's on auto. Well, because the vehicle was high. And I don't believe in putting money down. I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't put no money down. I don't care nothing about no interest because it's stupid. Because literally, if you put down $1,000, $6,000, your interest rate is still whatever the fucking market rate is, and your car payment might go down by $12. I'm not doing it. It don't even make sense.
I didn't put anything down. Well, I'm leasing also, though.
And I thought with at least you had to put something down.
I don't know. I traded my car in.
Oh, so that probably went towards the putting something down. And so when I didn't trade anything, I don't believe in it. I'll pay for the tags and title. I'm not putting money down because down payments to me are a waste of money up front. because what if I need that money tomorrow? Because say you buy a house and you put down this 4% and you done threw away $40,000. And now you got your fucking garage collapse because of the snowstorm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? That's crazy to me. Like, I'm not doing that. Put that shit on the back of it. I'm paying for it for 30 years anyway. Like, just
And they
stretch it
dropping
out.
bombs.
and they dropping bombs. Like, who cares? What can I get today with no money down? And I'm no money down.
We're also
forever.
not financial experts.
It's worked for me though. I do not believe, but the advice worked because my good sis got a new car following the advice that I gave.
Who, what's her name?
Yeah, she was gonna go and get like a used. I was like, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
we
I'm
don't
not
do that.
doing any more used.
Yeah, we're
nothing
not
as
doing
far
that.
as the
So
car is
go treat
concerned.
yourself.
Yeah.
Treat.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm the Kermit in the background. Like, girl, you ain't got to put nothing. You gonna get that shit today, and it's gonna be about this much, and it's cool. No, we gonna pay as we go because I'm not doing it. I will Klarna $150 just cause. And the fact that Instacart lets you Klarna and Afterpay is crazy.
That is.
I don't do that. I will say that. So no, I don't do that. I'm not that cheap. But at the same time, if I can break that shit down with no interest, I'm gonna break it down.
I haven't ventured into the Klarna and the Affirm.
Don't.
And
Don't.
I've had enough trouble with the credit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and those aren't as bad as a credit card though, because you're gonna pay it in the 4. And that shit auto. It's on auto pay. They not playing. And it's gonna be from your checking account. It ain't gonna be with another credit card. It ain't gonna be with another. So you gotta be disciplined to do those things.
I'm not gonna dip my toe in there.
Don't.
That sounds like a slippery slope.
No, it is. It can be. But it's like
that's
my form of gambling.
The predatory lending and the payday loans and like all of that. It's not.
Yeah, no, that's my form of gambling for sure. It's definitely a gamble. But yeah, no, we're gonna keep creating, but we're gonna promote what we've already created. We'll do a episode 10 celebrating, get into 10, and then we'll be back in the next season. We definitely want some guests on the next season. You coming back with me for the next season?
I'm gonna play it by ear.
See, because I know you. I know you.
I'm gonna play it by ear. You know, my first answer to anything is no.
I already know.
We'll see. Like, it depends on what season I'm in when the next season approaches.
Okay.
My daughter might have dance.
We can make it work. We've been making it work with dance.
No, we have been making it work with dance. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's not a hard no, but it's not a emphatic yes either. Yeah, somewhere in between there.
But then it also depends on how long of a break we take. You know?
Yeah. And if I have anything to say. I have seasons of silence. And, you know, there's what did Toni Morrison, I believe. There's years that ask questions and there's years that answer. And so I might not be in a season of asking or answering. I don't know. We got to see.
Okay.
We got to see.
That sounds good.
Yeah, no, it's been fun though. So maybe so.
About to say, dang, that sounds like a no, y'all.
No, it's not a no. It's not a no. It's a maybe so.
Well, I know we bringing back the salon.
Yeah, no, we are bringing back the salon, and maybe we can do some. I don't know. Do they do? Is there a live studio audience podcast format?
There actually is a live feature where
Mhm. We could
I just
be
gotta
live at the
explore
salon.
what the live looks like in the studio. But yes, there's definitely a live feature. You can send folks links. You can call folks in.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta figure it all out. That's why I said I need to take some time because we've been collecting data. Material is the word. It's the espresso martini.
Data is
It's
funny.
kind of strong. It wasn't data. But everybody always want to know where's the data. So
Yeah, that has been a question on people's minds.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But no, and like this is a beautiful capsule of art.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a point in time. So I do
Yeah.
appreciate that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you close us out, I am gonna ask the listeners, y'all go ahead and definitely add my folks abroad to your prayer list. Be lifting up some prayers for my nephew Patrick, and his covering and protection. I already know that it's done, but may he be protected and have a safe return home, as well as my extended family.
Ashe.
Ashe.
May we all have a safe return home in whatever capacity home might be. Always. So, have y'all seen this? Black Imagination? It's a collection of just little short offerings rooted in the Black imagination, an imagining of a world that is safe, where we're valued, where we are respected, where we are held. It's a collection of poetry, little vignettes, rituals. And this one is in the healing section. It's by Shayla Tumbling from Atlanta, Georgia. I cry, I laugh, I eat, I sing, I dance, I scream, I talk to my sisters, I replay events over in my mind, I sleep, I do rituals, I engage in ceremony.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we liberate ourselves from the war machine. Talk to your sisters. Cry, sing, dance, laugh.
Eat good food. I'm cooking neck bones tomorrow. I am cooking neck bones for us, for the ancestors.
Yes, we are.
That's going to be delicious. Looking forward to that. Neck bones, cabbage, rice. Yeah, got some pound cake. Yeah.
And maybe that is like the next season. The live of the moments. I like that. Or some liveness of the moments. All right, y'all.
Peace, y'all.